There we go. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day out there today. Bitcoin not doing so hot, but we finally have the opportunity to do some day trading here. So we're going to walk through the rules, do some trades if one allows. But I'm hoping because I'm going to be live for the next 3 hours, something's going to pop up here or we're going to be able to talk about it a little bit more. So whether or not we have a trade remains to be seen, but I think we should be able to have one here. And then going forward, whenever I see opportunities for trades, I'm just going to hop on live, go live for a few hours, and we're just going to kick it. All right, before all of that, happy to see all of you guys back here. Loki gets his first out of 2 treats for the day. You can see how excited he is about this. This is some lamb. This is lamb from Kilo Charlie. But he seems... What? Can you not be so aggressive? Gentle. Hey, gentle. Good boy. That wasn't gentle at all. He just knows exactly where my fingers are. The rule is if he doesn't snap my fingers, he's fine. But if he snaps my fingers, he doesn't get the second part of the treat. So he has to be good, at least for part of the time, right? So happy to see all of you guys in here. Really, across the board today, guys, there wasn't really much news, I would say. Go to CNBC. The futures are down a little bit, but overall today we were up. It was fine. It was good. Russell's up, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, everything doing fine. We had a little bit of Fed minutes talk going on today, and basically everybody's split. Some people want rates to go up, which is crazy. Some people want rates to stay the same, which is the majority, and a few people want them to come down. So you got most people saying, hey, let's keep things where they are. The next batch of people saying, hey, we need to go lower, and a small group of people saying, hey, let's raise rates like crazy people, which is insane. I almost think they're just there to offset what's being said by the Trump guys that are trying to get the prices lower, that are trying to get the rates lower, I should say. And hey, Will to the fee, happy to see you, happy to see you. So I would say that was probably the biggest news that I saw today. The only thing that could have rivaled that potentially was if I go down low enough, there might still be the article here. Nope, okay. Well, basically, there's some growing tension between the United States and Iran, and there's a chance that we may bomb them on Saturday. That means that it may be a little bit more difficult for trading the next few days, but usually when we've been bombing people and doing all this crazy stuff, it's been through like odd hours of the day, you know, not necessarily during the market hours. So I think we should be okay. But if I were to go over here and just type in X, and I go over here to trending, earlier, Iran was trending number 1. Now it's moved all the way down to numbers that we don't even care about right now. It's below Pringle. But apparently there's some news going on about what's happening over there. Not even relevant news, I would say, over the past few minutes. Tensions escalate between Iran and Israel. Iran can attack Israel at any time. Iran army. Man, I can't take the Iranians seriously with all their stuff. But Iran news. Trump has discussed timeline for Iran strikes, including as soon as this weekend, but no decision is yet. I'll fix it next time. All right. So it looks like all options are on the table. It looks like we do want to bomb Iran. It looks like we probably will bomb Iran this month. When this month, not sure. How will the market react to this? I don't think it'll be too devastating. It really depends on how Iran responds, because you know how America is going to go in there with bomb, 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 bomb. But we actually had a pretty nice way of dealing with it with Venezuela. We took out their leader, the regime stayed in control, and then boom, everything was fine after that. We're slowly making changes in Venezuela. Iran, I don't know if we want to capture the leader of Iran. I feel like we want to just bomb Iran, kill as many leaders as possible. Hopefully there's enough resentment towards their own government where there's some type of revolution that overpowers the current government, which America can kind of get its claws in there and kind of get America some perks out of the whole thing for helping the new regime come into power. Some may call that regime change, but you know, that's just global politics nowadays, I would say. But that's really the 2 big pieces of news that we had today. And hey, asked AT Static, sorry, I was just about to say Static. Hey, hope you're doing well. Iran and Fed minutes. That was it. Nothing else really mattered today as far as the markets, and I think that's overall a good thing. So what ended up happening today was Bitcoin did a whole bunch of nothing. Everything did a whole bunch of nothing. Bitcoin down not even 1% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum down 0.8. XRP down 3. BNB down 1. Solana down 3. Tron down half. Dogecoin down a half. not too much happening right here. Even World Liberty Financial is up 10% because Trump's having his own crypto summit thing at Mar-a-Lago, which will be pretty interesting. But overall, not much news. A lot of tokens just kind of floating in the wilderness here. And because of that, we see that momentum is still freaking bearish. Monthly is bearish. Weekly is bearish. Daily is about to be bearish. You can see the stochastic went back to being bearish, and the RSI is barely bullish here. So things aren't looking that great for Bitcoin as far as momentum is concerned. You guys already noticed that we had a few breakdowns over the last few days. The most recent one that everybody can see is right there. We are trying to see if we are going to make a higher low situation or if we're going to come back down and retest some of the lows around the low 60s here. I think we probably will retest the lows probably this weekend here. Hopefully we're able to bounce. But short term, if you guys are looking for some type of breakout to keep the momentum strong, small downtrend here. Let me get rid of the magnet here. Small downtrend. We'll see if we're able to break out above that. By that time, you would have had the daily charts being bullish, the 4-hour charts being bullish, and probably the hourly charts as well. That's when a lot of day trading is going to be happening. As far as the setup for today, for me to try to find some opportunities, right now we're in no man's land because the 4-hour chart is still bearish. Right, and we don't have any bullish crossovers happening just yet. Those bullish crossovers probably won't happen until early morning, which kind of sucks, but we'll see if we'll be able to make some trades. As you guys know, Dolphin made this indicator for us, and we're fine-tuning it, or I should say he's fine-tuning it, because I'm just giving him what's in my mind, and he's doing the actual hard work for it. And you can see the last few signals that we've been able to get have been buy. That's been good. Sell over here, that's been good. And I almost wonder if I should add this onto the 24/7 stream that I have as far as Bitcoin and Dogecoin, because that Dogecoin stream has really been dying over the past few months, right? And so I'm trying to figure out a way to keep it afloat. Otherwise, I got to shut it down because it's been going for years, but if nobody's watching, right, it's kind of a pain in the butt to keep on paying for it. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can move the Dogecoin, or keep the Dogecoin side to the same, and then move some of these signals over here for Bitcoin and see if it'll work. So regular Dogecoin, and then we have Bitcoin. So maybe side by side things can look a little bit better. But if you look at the last few signals, buy right there, a good move. Short right over here, that ended up being a good move. Both great opportunities. So what my plan is throughout the day going forward is I'm going to be streaming for multiple hours. We're going to wait for these signals to kind of kick up, and when we do, I think we'll be in a good spot. And as this is fine-tuned here, we'll have those buy and sell signals pretty readily available, right? For example, I have these set to alert. Dolphin helped me set it up yesterday. When I see a bullish sign coming up on the 4 that says, hey, now you're available to do long day trades, then I'm going to let the members know, hey, everybody, this is what's going on, and I'll probably go live and do some trading with you guys as well. I have this week's account set up. It has a little under 25,000 bucks because of fees and whatnot. I did a practice trade earlier just to kind of see what I can do, buying down here and selling up there for a little reversal, just to kind of make sure I got everything done, because this is a different type of account than I'm used to. And this will kind of be on the side, and when we actually do have trades that are opened up, I think it'll be good to show you guys how much profit's there and whatnot, because these trades are probably going to be anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000. In reality, they're going to be like 20x leverage, nothing too crazy, but that's probably the way it's going to be going here. Okay, now as far as everything else, cryptocurrency and what's been happening, World Liberty's up a little bit, Sky's up, the Kite one we've been watching is up, but a few of those lower market cap ones that we've been talking about, those haven't been doing so great. We have this small little high risk market cap. Well, River over the last 7 days is down 53%, Sentient's down 15%, Seeker's down 30%, and Iris is down 50%. So you've seen a really bad crash with Iris, and maybe a little bit of River, because this last 7 days has been bad. Stable still seems to be creeping along fine, same with Kite, but a lot of these are starting to have some rough moves. So if you guys have been buying into any of these, I'm probably going to do a little bit more dollar cost averaging into them, and then I'm just going to leave them alone to see what happens. Because when I look at some of these other tokens here, like River, this is the 4-hour chart for River. Had a beautiful move over here, right? You can see the average goes up around 88%, but really it's fallen down quite hard since then. And I almost wonder if the developers are done with the project or what they're trying to do, because we're going back down to these old support levels from way back over here. And by way back over here, I mean back to October, November, right? So hopefully they can get some interest back into this, because if they can't, oh man, this thing may come down for a while here, and everybody's gonna be very upset, especially with the oddities of a Head and Shoulders type of thing trying to appear here. Not a good one, but it's trying to appear, right? All right. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Hey, Abate, happy to see my man. As far as everything else goes today, guys, we're just chilling, talking about some stuff, seeing if we can find some news. But really, the news today, I would say, is actually pretty calm here. When I'm looking at the momentum, you know, overall, we're pretty much bearish here. Not there yet, but we pretty much are. And the last few times we've actually had that signal, if I can pull up the moving averages and whatnot. There you go. Right now, we were just coming out of a bearish zone right here, and now we're going back into a neutral zone. Neutral basically means I'm not doing too much day trading during that, or if I am doing some day trading, I'm just trading off the 15-minute charts and maybe the hourly, which gives me a little bit more optimism, a little bit more bullishness. For example, right now you can see a bullish crossover between some of the stochastics and RSIs in the 1 hour chart. And so if I see a 15-minute chart crossover, I'll be happy to buy into that. You can see the crossover happened way back over here this morning or this afternoon at 12:15. That's where you saw me do a little bit of fun trading over here. I was just messing around to test out the new system because of the way this account is set up for me with being copy trader and regular trading. I have to do certain things with this account, active elite trades, and I can't just do regular positions. It's a weird little thing that they have. But that being said, you can see how there was a nice move right there. And I'm not going to do too much right now as far as going long, just because we can see we are getting a little bit overbought, and we might have a slight pullback here, which would probably not be a terrible thing. But I'm trying to go with a little bit more of the momentum at this point in time. But yeah, so keep an eye on this stuff. We'll be watching it quite a bit. I'm hopeful there's a little bit more stuff that can go on, but I got to figure out the best way to do these types of streams, because eventually I might just be on this page here for a while to see what happens. Because especially right now, you don't even want to be doing too much swing trading because of what's happening with the news and the chance that we bomb Iran this week. But what I could possibly do, let me see. One hour chart still fine. Last 1 hour, the creeper right there. Still managed to move up. Yeah, we're still going higher. If we have a pullback, that might be an opportunity to buy into it. The only bad thing is the 4 hour charts aren't really giving us much opportunity to do something larger. If you're buying anything right now, which kind of sucks, you're really just holding on to that trend. So the high you're expecting is only like not even $1,000 higher than where we are right now. But we'll just try to play around a little bit and see what we can do. But again, if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm going to see how long it takes for the chat to die out, and then I'll probably hop off. But I'm hoping that if I go on through the day, it'll be easier to get people to engage and kind of talk and ask questions about whatever tokens they're looking for, and I can break down any of them. So if you guys have questions on tokens, some of the news that's coming out, anything like that, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer some of those questions for you guys. Right now I'm looking at Injective. Injective just had a big old pop here a few hours ago. I mean, what, an hour ago? Yeah. What caused that pop though? It's definitely coming back down to where Bitcoin was. I guess somebody did a limit order buy. Yeah, let me get rid of this very fast. We don't need the buy signals and stuff like that for all these other tokens. Really, it's just for this one little grouping of charts. What caused that to spike so much though? I haven't seen any news on it. But I don't see it on here. Is it no longer on the top market caps? Any thoughts on SUI? I keep hearing about it long hold, but I'm not sure for the hype. I mean, I have a little bit, but I haven't really been too excited about it. And that's because I've been holding on to it for a while and it's been going down. So you got SUI right here. Market cap is 3.6 billion. You know, it's one of the larger dogs, you could say, right? There's a lot of social media interest around this one. I would say a lot, but again, pull back a little bit here. Monthly chart, this thing's come down a lot. If you are looking to buy this for a longer term ride, I think it's okay. But I'm not really stacking a bunch of money into this, especially because what we saw happen during the last bull market was so many tokens did not survive even the 2023 part of the cycle, let alone the 2024 when everything was rocketing and going higher. We had a lot of tokens that ended up like Matic, where some of those older tokens from the past cycle, like 2021, whatever, and this previous cycle, they really just didn't make anything of themselves because there was something flashy and new there that kind of captured the imagination of a retail investor, and the retail investor decided to put all of their money into that, right? An obvious one that we can go into is Polygon. If I can find it, market cap Polygon. Maybe I should just type in Matic. What do they call it now? I know they changed the name, but it should still be like Polygon. There you go. I guess when they changed their name, they changed the chart, but they... Xmatic. It must have reset everything. Yeah, it must have reset everything. Oh my gosh. They have nothing from the way back years. Fascinating. Well, Polygon used to be this crazy cool stock from back in the day, if you didn't know. But I guess when they changed the name, it messed up everything. Bybit? Yeah. All right. Well, it had a massive move, but you can see through 2024, it was not moving. Like 2025 was a good year for Bitcoin, right? We were moving up, having all-time highs. You can see in 2025, this thing was full of shit, right? And it just wasn't doing that great. Tariffs had an effect, but Bitcoin came out of the tariff stronger, really good moves. Matic did not. I see a lot of tokens like that. So what I've primarily been doing is, yes, I do own some SUI. I do own some, and I should say that's primarily just of what they're actually doing there. White paper looks solid. They're actually a good company, hence why they have the $3.5 billion valuation. And hey, Knoxville, happy to see you, my man. Right? They're good at what they do. They're well known. Build full stack, big on infrastructure. I love infrastructure plays. And so I'll buy them and hold for a long period of time. And right now, as far as I'm concerned, you're now in the Bitcoin buy zone. So if you go to Bitcoin, go over here to the weekly chart, zoom out. Pull up the 150 weekly moving average. Whenever Bitcoin's down below this, right, it's usually a good opportunity to start dollar cost averaging. Doesn't mean you buy in bulk on any token out there, but if you have a token you like and you want to do a little bit of dollar cost averaging, usually it's a good opportunity once we're below this level, below this line level, whatever you want to call it. Back to over here from what, 2015, back to over there around 2018, then back over here, of course, COVID. If we drop down below this, it's usually going to be great if you hold for the next cycle. Not every token is going to be that great for during the holding period. But again, if you're going into a cryptocurrency token that has 3.5 billion, you're not really going to be investing the whole kitchen sink into it, right? You're probably going to be investing a few $100 at most, maybe a few $1,000 if you're full of capital, right? And then you're just going to wait and see. But the majority of you guys are going to be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum because you know those have the larger moves. But heck, even Ethereum didn't really have a great rally this time around, right? Did not have a great 2024, 2025, not at all. Bitcoin really led the way and altcoins really suffered. There's only a few altcoins that really had sizable moves. And if I just go over here to auto, get rid of the moving average and put my basic moving averages back on here. Look at Ethereum. Solana had a decent one, not great, but decent. It was only great because of how far it came down. Let me stress that. Dogecoin, a really good return, almost went back up to all-time highs. Dogecoin had a really good year. Went back down from like a nickel all the way back up here to like 47 cents. I think the all-time highs were like 69, something like that. So again, did really, really well. Trump, I mean, yeah, enough said. Melania, enough said. WIF token, not that great. XRP's losing all control right now. Bonk, Baby Doge. But, you know, not every token was around during 2022. You can see Baby Doge right here. All it did was go sideways, but kind of like a sheep. bounce off support, bounce off support, bounce off support, and this time we didn't bounce off support because we entered into a bear market. Book of Meme came down. Shiba Inu would used to bounce off support, no longer. Pepe breaking down here, retesting resistance, getting rejected by it, and kind of cruising on sideways here. But you could say that at least in 2024, 2023, 2025, it at least had an opportunity to go high, and it didn't take advantage of that back in 2023 and 2024. 2025 was not a good year for it, but again, most other altcoins were just the same way. Floki, enough said, right? 2024, decent. Even ADA, you know, I don't know if I actually want to hold on to ADA during this bear market. I might just sell and be done with it, especially if Bitcoin's bound to take one more leg down. ADA really hasn't been popping off. Nobody's been really excited about it. If you go check ADA right now, as far as coinmarketcap.com, right, it still has a decent market cap of little under $10 billion. But, you know, it's not doing so hot. And I think it can, from a technical perspective, it can fall down a lot further. Maybe you just add an order block or something onto it to kind of extend it, right? But if we break down below this, we're going to come flooding back down to like 14, 15 cents, which means this market cap is going to drop like 10 to 20%, which is going to be bad. But yeah, as far as everything else, again, there's a lot of tokens that had good swings in the beginning, but they really haven't done much. I mean, AXS, I mean, if you go over to YouTube, let's go to this year, popularity. There they go. Oh, they were giving out tickets to play at Crypto Arena. That's actually pretty cool right there. As a global leader in ticketing. Right. But basically just a lot of people talking about AXS and what could happen with it. AXS should smash $10. Smash $10. It's currently at $1.26. This is a video for bag holders, I suppose. But yeah, very, 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 very rough time. Very, very rough time. Yeah, I just, there's so many things right now. I don't even want to go back into that. Maybe it has a great rally and it has a good move here. But I mean, we had a good bull market from 2023 to 2025, right? And it really didn't do shit, you know? So if I have that information like BNB, as much as this goes down, you better believe I'm loading up on this every time it crashes, because this has been one of those things where historically it's going higher and higher and higher. More people are trading crypto, more people are trading Bitcoin, more people getting BNB to get cheaper discounts and as an investment all of itself, right? Bitcoin Cash didn't really do much. Chili's didn't really do much. A few people looking at Chili's, I would say. I don't remember the last time I saw a YouTube video on it or so. Let me see. Same channel, right? Forex Crypto. Should you buy? Chili's big new update. You know, I don't know. I'm hoping it does well, but it just hasn't been doing too hot. So, you know, it hasn't been doing hot. Let's just say that. It hasn't been doing hot. So right now, I'm not even looking at too many of the tokens that have had really bad times. Like AVAX is one right here. This is at a big level of support. We'll see if it holds. But if Bitcoin drops, which Bitcoin probably should over the next few weeks, and we start coming down, we're flushing, right? And we come back down to retest like 59,900, or maybe let's just say $60,000. You better believe it's gonna you better believe it's gonna be nasty, because Bitcoin will just be back at support, but all these altcoins that are sitting at support, you know, it's gonna be a lot more devastating for them. So Kronos are the same thing. It looks like at the bottom of support on the monthly. So, and again, Crow is a little bit different because it is a token for an exchange, and they have a good program, you could say, for holding on to the token, right? Crypto cards, crypto.com. Yeah, right. So like choose your, I think it's right here. Yeah. So You got your basic cards right there, 1.5% cash back on everyday purchases. And then for this one, it's free. Ruby, $4.99 a month, or $500 Crow, 12-month Crow staking. Right, got it. Basically, buy $500 worth of Crow and hold on to it. Which at this point, it's not terrible because of how it's actually at support levels here. Bank it for a year, it's usually doing just fine. But get rid of all these extra tabs I've been gathering up here. But after that, for the Jade and Indigo, that's $5,000. Icy and Rose, that's $50,000, and for the Obsidian, that's $500,000. Now, I don't know who would actually want to have this card. I really don't know. Private, whatnot. I don't really see the point in it. And if you put $50,000 in there, you get a $300 bonus. Wowzee. Now, I believe they have other stuff in here as well. But there used to be other stuff here. All benefits. Oh, this is a Visa page. This isn't a what do you call it page. Well, they used to give you bonuses like, hey, we'll pay for your Netflix for the year, we'll pay for this for the year, but I don't see any of that stuff on here anymore. Oh, wait, there we go. 100% rebates. Netflix, Spotify, Truth, must be Truth Social. Politics working out. Exclusive invites, sporting events, and VIP experiences, sure. But there's a reason for why people buy up and load up, because every single time it hits that support level and it goes up, this is something I'd more reasonably want to buy into than, your basic token out there, right? Your basic token. Let me push this back a little bit here, though. There we go. But again, even if we're at these levels and we're at supports, you can kind of see how, we've pretty much hit those lows. I would still be dollar cost averaging week after week, month after month if I want to get into this. I wouldn't stand so strong in my convictions that we can't break down below the support level here, right? I still think a lot of these tokens can come down even more just because of how bad this bull market has been, this bear market has been for Bitcoin. It hasn't been the best. It just has not been the best. Let me see if I can pull this back though. Pull up the monthly chart here. Last bear market, we did make some lows fresh off of there. I wouldn't be surprised if we start coming back down here towards 6 cents to a nickel, maybe even a little bit less. And maybe that's why I'd want to buy up a little bit more. But again, it's okay to buy around 7 cents if, at the end of the day, you're just going to have an average of like a nickel or something like that. Because as time goes on, this should have a really good rally. But, this is a monthly chart. There was 1 month where it went up 236%. The next month over here, 2 months, it went up like 400%. You might as well buy it on a really shitty month and just anytime you buy anywhere down here when it does pump up, you're going to be happy. But how long do you have to wait? You're probably going to have to wait at least 6-7 months. But when it pops, it'll be good. Not enough for me to feel comfortable staking it, but enough for me to just buy it, hold it, make sure nobody can steal my account information, and then just wait for the pop. And when the pop happens, I'm happy to sell, right? Can I check out SNX on monthly? KuCoin. I don't even know about this one here. On KuCoin. It's not on KuCoin. Whatever happened to KuCoin? There it is. SNX. Oh, it's on Ethereum. Yeah, it's not on it's not showing me anything for on KuCoin. If you want another one, let me know. But yeah, it's not showing up on KuCoin. On monthly, oh, this thing is getting hit hard too. This thing looks really nasty. I don't see any bullish divergence happening on this one right now at all. Seeing the low lows, both having bearish crossovers. Monthly is showing some divergence, you could say, but that divergence hasn't really materialized into anything. Even the stochastic itself is still giving you the lower lows. The RSI is what's trying to bolster you up a little bit. You can see a little bit of those bullish signals, but it's not necessarily great at all. KuCoin has more history. Oh, that explains it. Yeah. No, it's not showing up on here, and I understand that the history part of it does make everything a little bit better. Yeah, why doesn't KuCoin show up as much as it used to? Ever since they got kicked out of the United States, I just haven't been able to do it. Oh, there you go. There you go. No, I wouldn't say that's enough divergence for me to be interested in it. I mean, at least on the monthly chart, you're seeing a small level of support right here. You're trying to hold on to it. It's very difficult because Bitcoin, of course, has been very bearish. I mean, let me pull this back a little bit here because the all-time highs were back over there. That's what makes this thing so weird. I don't even know if you could even use the old Fibonacci levels to fix something like this. You know what I mean? Like, bounce, bounce, no bounce, no bounce. Kind of close, but not there. Yeah, you can't really use it too much. Let me just try Fibonacci extension on the reverse side and see if that helps us do anything here. 39.74. Support, 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 and support. Awesome. But not enough to help us right now. Really? It's going to do it like that? Yeah, okay. Okay, let me just get rid of that stuff. There we go. Let me see if I can refresh any of these. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. No, okay, that's still too far away. That's fine. All right. I mean, at that point, yeah, you're getting pretty low down there. That's probably around 10 cents. Maybe that's why I might try to buy for the next low level of support. But you could see a bounce doesn't mean it goes sky high. Sometimes, you know, it's just a bounce temporarily for a little bit of time. Let me see if I can pull this back down here. Yeah, talk about messy. I mean, it technically bounced. It worked on the daily chart, especially. Right there, it bounced temporarily. Bounced up. Bounced. And bouncing right now. I mean, it's working. But I mean, that next bounce, if Bitcoin gets nasty, yeah, it's probably going to go to 11. I don't think there's a bullish divergence that I think is good. Has it completed the 5-year Elliott wave following wedge trading? Okay, when I pull up Elliott waves and stuff like that, I wouldn't even try to use that in terms of cryptocurrency because rarely does it work. Just because you can see the Elliott wave, but there's not enough people that believe in it for the animal spirits, if you will, to kind of trade off of it. Right now, this is mostly what's happening with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin manages to go higher, of course, this will go higher in the short term. But long term, I don't know how this is going to have a greater recovery that can keep this thing going for the long term. This thing was made all the way back in May of 2018, right at the beginning of a nasty crypto winter, right? Had the nasty move down, had a really good recovery. And then, you know, fueled by COVID, which was right over here, all-time highs that happened afterwards. And it's just been bleeding ever since. I mean, it's been bleeding ever since. I don't think the Elliott waves are going to have any impact at all when it comes to this. Any impact at all. But I mean, just let me see. I wonder if, doesn't even want to do it. 4 and 16, that's fine. Yeah, it's not honoring any of this stuff as far as Elliott waves, even on the weekly charts here. So, I you could buy some for the long term, but it's like a high risk trade right now that you're putting a lot of faith into. One of the reasons I think people would choose to buy this, of course, is just because of what they're doing. But I mean, I haven't heard of any updates from them for a while. Market cap's at $100 million, nothing too crazy. But have they had any big news? Um, Blog, I suppose. They posted it a little bit ago, rebuilding USDC solutions. Yeah. We haven't done much, I would say. Let me go back up here. Let's go back to the exchange section. You know, they're going to have to do something that separates them from a lot of the other players out there. And right now, I don't. This is how the exchange looks. It's fine. It's fine. But it has perps, markets, and portfolio. Most other exchanges have a lot more bells and whistles nowadays. And those bells and whistles do a lot. Now, I mean, there's a bit getting the Binance, but one of my sponsors, I'll just say Weeks, right? They have your typical buy crypto, right? They have your spot markets, whatever. Then they have futures, excuse me, guys, demo trading, about futures, leaderboards. You have your spot trading right over here. Which one's the markets then? It is. Oh, there you go. It's just, that's an overview section. Okay. They revamped this sucker. Now it says gold instead of hot. Copy trading section, earn section for staking and auto earn. So you can go over here and do staking. Right. I'm not staking anything in here. But you can do 5% Bitcoin, 5% that, 7% Solana, 10% USD1, 8% USDD, and whatnot. 14 days, right? 30 days, flexible max, of course. But then you also get promotions. This promotions is how they get so many people in here. They get We Launch, airdrop hub for all these types of airdrops. Pump new user airdrop, around like 2,000 people in there. Ton new prize pool. Some countdowns there. Kite airdrop, Aster airdrop, White Whale airdrop, Aztec airdrop. Like a lot of these are low market cap tokens. Like we already talked about Kite there. Kite is like a few months old. Aztec, I think we talked about Aztec a while ago. I think Aztec was Aztec's a tiny market cap. It has to be. I just typed something in there and nothing popped up. Yeah, $54 million market cap. Talk about a micro little cap guy in there. And then the next Renaissance. Oh yeah, this was that weird website. But you can get some for free, right? And then boom, you could sell it if it pops up. If not, you're fine. But in order to do that, you just got to put some money in here, register, whatever. You got to hold some, you got to deposit, hold some USTD in here, $100 deposit, $100, right? You get $5 worth of it. Oh, that's just a different test. Where's the open all users, spot channels? Oh, right here, register. Jesus, my eyes. So I'm wearing contacts, and contacts get dry after a while. Enjoy 0% trading fee and unlock multiple rewards. So if you want to trade it a lot, you guys can. But basically, promotions. There's just so many different things. Airdrops, ecosystems. They're going to need to get into all that type of stuff here. Share 100K pool, spot challenge. Like I'm joining a contest with them, I believe, next month. I believe. No. Let me see if I can find out. Because I'm basically going to be using my own strategy that I do with you guys. And I'm going to be able to make some money off of that. Let me see. This. They're having AI trading, which is pretty cool. So it's like people versus AI, different bots and stuff like that. Different groups how much money people are making. Some people are making money, some people are not. I believe if I go to leaderboard, like this guy is up 9,000, like basically $10,000. He's up around 92%. His biggest loss is $1,000. His biggest win is $6,000, right? This guy right here is down $13,000, which is woza. Omega's flat, hasn't done any trading so far. Rift is up 700. OX whatever is down 1,000. This guy's down like 8,000, 8,000. They've basically blown up their accounts basically here. Trend Cortex, don't know who Trend Cortex is, but Trend Cortex. I was wondering if it was a YouTuber or something. But yeah, and you can go back and you kind of see his trades and what happened. Damn, all you had to do was do the opposite of him and you were fine. Team name, right? But short, yeah, he was just losing money every which way. Oh my god. I mean, he made a $2,000 trade right there. But yeah, this, woof. I mean, yeah, it's tough. Meanwhile, Todd over here, you know, minus 18, minus $1, minus 17, plus 2,700, minus 2,000, minus 1,000, plus 6,000, plus 1,000, plus 13, plus 16, right? So just doing some micro trades right now, nothing crazy. But he had one big trade, and that's all it takes, right? And I believe event overview. They have a big prize pool. You compete with other traders, real market traders, and basically, if I win something cool, I get more money to trade with, which means my trades get larger, which means I can make more money. That could be kind of cool, you know. And so you can see, right? Special guests. They have Crypto Banter, Carl Moon, all this type of stuff over here. Crypto Rover, big Twitter people. You know, Twitter is where all the people on X are, or X is where all of the crypto people are. I'm not really on X at all anymore. The algorithm is such trash right now. But if I get number one, if I get first place, I win that that very fancy car. But I will tell you, if I'm not going on the TV show like that. I don't want to do that. I hate being in front of other people. But if I won that car, the first thing I would do is sell it. Not even trade it in, just sell it. I don't need no Bentley. But yeah, so there should be some fun stuff there. And hey, really happy to see my man. Hey, Larry. I want to X and buy back lower. I mean, really, you're probably going to want to buy at the next Fibonacci level that we just talked about if you're trying to wait for it to come down a little bit lower, a few cents down. I'm in 2x crude and natural gas. I'm also multiple 2x bear ETFs. I'm out of crypto. I think Iran war will take months. I don't know if it'll take months. Every time we deal with Iran, it's always been poof, poof there, and then nothing happens for a very long time. Then poof, poof there. Nothing happens for a while. Poof, poof there. I'd be surprised if it is a prolonged event leading into the midterms. I feel like post midterms they may do some crazy shit, but I don't know about going into the midterms where they. I think the Trump administration knows they're in trouble as far as polling and how the electorate views them because the economy hasn't really been fixed up and all that type of stuff that everybody wants. So I don't know if they're gonna go like a big heavy Middle Eastern war type of conflict. At least I hope they don't, because that'd be absolutely insane. Talk about oil prices jumping up. Oh my god, that'd be a catastrophe. But hey, really happy to see you, my man. And hey, Haram, happy to see you as well. We're waiting for a day trading signal here, and we're not really seeing anything of yet. So I think what I'm going to have to do is the next time I get the 4-hour signal that pops up, I may just have to go live no matter what time it is, which I think it'll be fine. But it's more of like I have to be aware of like how close we are to that. Like if I notice that we're like halfway through a bearish 4-hour chart, like over here, right? And I see the crossovers, I can hop on anytime and do trades. But at that very moment of that crossover happening at midnight, I'll probably make an effort to be like, oh yeah, we're about to have a crossover sometime. I'll make an effort to be at home during that time to go live and do some trading and stuff like that, just so we can have the accounts ready to go and make some money off of some stuff, which should be pretty good, I think, overall. There we go. Let me push this back a little bit here and do this. Get to that one right there. Push back over here to Bitcoin. And because right now Bitcoin just I mean, you have the crossover happening, so technically, if you wanted to, you could short right now for a high risk type of trade. So, like here, futures this. Oh, did it already go down even more? Or is this a five? Is it a 5 minute chart? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. Typically, I'd like to wait for the pullback here, but let's see. I don't want to go chasing this one right here. 15's crossing back over. 30 still bullish. The 1 hour still bullish. Yeah, it feels like we do want to have a pop going into tomorrow, though. That could be kind of interesting. We got 20 more minutes until this candle's over. I think there's an opportunity to make a trade right there. High risk for sure, so not more like $1,000, more like $500, but it's there. And here, what do you call this? Would just be Bitcoin. Bitcoin, nice and simple. I guess technically, if I saw the Bitcoin chart, I could have Ethereum up here if I wanted to get a little bit more risky, but right now it's just Bitcoin. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this stream with you guys because, like, there are a lot of streamers out there where they'll do those trades. They'll open up trades before they go live, right? Before they go live, and then the trade will already be open. But the issue I think with that is I know a lot of people online do that because all they've done is they've gone long and short at the same time, and then whatever looks the best at the time they start their stream, they will cancel the trade that looks bad and just say, oh yeah, look at me winning this trade. You'll see a lot of people do that in live trading. My thing is I want to be able to open trades with you guys and close them with you guys on the screen, which means I might just have a 12-hour stream going on throughout the day, and maybe I'm just like talking with you guys or something, and I'm outside, I go to lunch, I come back, whatever. But maybe that's what I end up doing. I'm not entirely sure yet because there was a channel out there, I don't remember what they're called. I think it's still Target. I haven't looked at this channel since like 2021. Yeah, they have 50 people watching. They used to have this in the top left corner, they used to have like a camera that was always on in a room, right? And I wonder if I just left my camera on streaming for like maybe 6 hours a day. Not even, I'd have to see how my computer can hold up to it, basically. That's really the question. Can my computer deal with the stress? And then I'm just streaming, right? Because Target hit, he said streams for a very long time. I don't know what happened to all of his old streams, to be honest. I have no idea. He had so many more streams. Yeah, maybe he just got rid of a bunch of stuff. But I'd rather just have that going and then my face on there, so when I hop on, we can do a trade. But I don't know if that's the right way to do it, because basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm starting like a 30-day crypto emergency grind template is what I have it set up as. So I'm going to start doing 3 long form videos starting tomorrow. It took me a while to figure out all this stuff because with my ADHD and stuff like that. 5 direct camera short form, like 5 shorts, just me talking. Those take like a minute a piece, if that. 1 3-hour long stream a day starting tomorrow, and then 2 community posts. And I think I should be able to do that just fine, especially because the videos aren't going to be very long videos like before. I don't think there is not a market for my types of videos online, so I'm not going to really try to focus on it. I'm just going to brute force, like I said before. Kind of been all over the place on this over the past few weeks, but I think I'm just going to keep on blitz, have a template, have a workflow, and just keep on doing it. And eventually YouTube will find out the audience, because what's been fucking up YouTube is I have so many different types of viewers. So I have people that only want to watch the live streams, right? Then I have people that only want to watch my shorts. Then I have people that only want to watch my tutorial videos. Then I have people that came up because they liked my news videos. If a news video person sees a tutorial, they don't want to watch it. So YouTube says, oh, his audience doesn't like it, therefore they won't push it out to more people. So I need to figure out the best way to go about all of that, right? Which is going to be difficult. And I think right now I'm just gonna blunt force the talking part of me, my personality, so that way you guys will see my personality while I'm streaming. You guys will see my personality during my videos when I talk about different stuff. Like if I had to start again, and what would I do if I had $100 in cryptocurrency, right? With the short form content, just again me just yapping away at you guys. Simple stuff. I think it'll work out pretty well. You're not alone much nowadays. What do you call? Well, I have my dog. He's pretty chill. Besides that, I go out and I go smoke cigars and stuff. But I have a lot more friends than I used to. I will say that now. Before I started smoking cigars, I did not have many friends. Now I have a lot more friends in the cigar area. I don't even smoke cigars that much right now, but I still hang out with the same group of friends, right? All right. Hey. Come here. Wait. Good boy. Get that lamb. All right. Ooh, do I gotta look? See, the bad thing about having a nice camera is you actually have to be like at a certain distance, or it gets really blurry really fast. All right, back over here though. So I'm going to work at it. The 3-hour long stream is going to be the hardest thing, I suppose, in the beginning, but I think it should work out pretty well, especially once I'm starting to go like theoretically how this is going to work in the future is. I make a video for the members every day, going over some technical analysis, some news, and really detailed stuff. I pull up this Bitcoin chart and I'm looking at what I should be buying, what I should sell. I'm like, hey, I have this sell signal or this long. So let's just say, hey, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. I see this sell signal right here. I go live. I hop on board. I open up well, I guess we're on a choppy weather right now, like a $500 short on the trade, right? And for the next few hours, we're just watching that $500 trade go down. And then I think that'd be fun. Just kind of like watch the money go up, the price go in the direction we want to, talk about why it's happening. Maybe we do a double dip where we go $500 in Bitcoin, $300 in Ethereum, and $50 into something a little bit more wild. $50, it's more of a fun thing and you're not going to really make a crazy amount of money. But if you choose something that has a lot of volatility, yeah, perhaps you can. You go to weeks right now and you look at what's happened in the last 24 hours. There's a bunch of stuff that's up 46%. You got stuff over here, Ward, which is down 42% today, right? Not much volume. I forget what the name of this is. MYX Finance. They're down 30% today. Again, so they're dumping like a rock over here. So somebody's shorting the crap out of this right now. I mean, look at that. Woo! I mean, it sure is crashing. Sure is crashing. Some people that just trade this stuff, a new token comes out in the market, just short it, see what happens. This one's coming back down, breaking down below previous levels of support. This will probably come back down even more. On the other side, you got Epson. This one's up 48% so far today, coming down a little bit right now with a quick breakdown. But you can see this in the daily chart. Chaos. And of course, me, I'm mostly Bitcoin. You got whatever that token is, which is in Chinese. That thing is dead as can be. Of course, go back to BTC. Wow. That's interesting how they have that split up from the SUSTD. There you go. Go back to the fives here, kind of show how that works out. So I think I'll have a good way of doing it. What happened to you going to Columbia? Wasn't it Columbia? I'm still working on it right now. It's mostly how do I get my doggo over there? That's basically it. And then I might wait until my sister is out of college. That's basically the thing. Once she's out of college, I think I'll have a lot more freedom with it. And then mostly just figuring out the neighborhoods. I think I'm going to try to take a trip down there this November or so. I'm not going up because we're kind of into this nasty bear market and such. I don't know if I'm really going to go to all the conferences this year, like Consensus in Miami or the stuff in Hong Kong, or even I think even Ethereum Denver is happening right now, perhaps. I don't know. February 18th to the 21st. That's right now. Yeah. Let me go over here to X very fast. Hold on a second. Okay, misspelled Ethereum. There you go. All right. Ethereum Denver. Builder Energy. It's not really showing the crowds at the Bitcoin one, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing a bunch of crowds everywhere, but okay, I can't play the music, but we can. Ah, there you go. You know, it doesn't look necessarily packed out there. You know what I mean? Um, stand with crypto. People over there. People kind of checking out some stuff. Some strollers. They don't even have carpet. To me, carpet's a massive thing. You know, I mean, I don't know if I want to travel out for that. Maybe I'll go to Bitcoin Vegas just because it's like going to Vegas, right? But I'm probably am gonna have to do a little bit more international travel this year. Massage. I don't know. I don't know. Street art, cool. You know, Ethereum is more hipster, right? Ethereum is more hipster. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Um, but I'm happy to see people enjoying themselves, going out there, learning more about this space, getting their stuff, and building. Because even in this bad time, you have to be building, building, building. And even oh, Vitalik didn't even bother showing up. Damn, that sucks. Yeah. I don't know. You know the vibe's gonna be real fucked up this year. That's this. That's that. That's just what's gonna happen here. The vibe's gonna be all messed up right now. All messed up. I also need to travel more. I know, right? I definitely need to travel more. Well, I was looking at stuff for Colombia, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be that bad at all to live there and all that type of stuff. The thing about Colombia is just to know what neighborhoods are really expat friendly and safe. So took a bath. No, yeah, that's thought so. Loki's trying to get some playtime here, but we're gonna go outside in a little bit. Um, long-term rentals, Colombia. Right. You go over here. You got a prop star, whatever it may be. House, furnished. Prefer to skip all the other stuff. Let's say below 2,000. Two in Bogota. Okay, this must not be the best website. Um, downtown. I don't like it already. Not my. Nope, that looks like shit. not living there. But yeah, so I got to do a lot of work to kind of figure out where I want to live and all that type of stuff. But honestly, I'm in no rush. I got to get this channel stuff figured out. Not just the trading stuff. The trading's been fine, but the channel itself, I have no idea how to get this channel up and running and getting views again. I know a lot of channels have been going downhill, that's for sure. I'm one of the many crypto channels going like slowly down, right? Because the market's going slowly down. But how? Yeah, I think I just got to make it more personality, less about cryptocurrency and more about the overall market environment. And I think it should be fine. The only ones that are really getting any views are the really big ones. Because even I think Benjamin Cohen's still doing good, but I don't know if what's it called? YouTube views. Social Blade. Like and Crypto Russ is a big one. Oh. Where's he at? What's Crypto Russ's channel? Maybe it's the Cryptos Are Us, right? I mean, like he lost 1,000 subscribers for the last 30 days, right? Um, back in April, everything was going good, but what do you call? Even the biggest ones, they're still seeing declines in views. Like December, he got 856,000. That's a lot of views. That's a lot more than I got, right? But he hasn't had that low of views in years, years. Meanwhile, I think Benjamin Cohen is probably still doing fine. Yeah, he's still getting thousands every day, right? So he's good. His views are going up, but he does a lot of collabs. Maybe that's something I need to do is more collaborations and stuff like that. But he gained 11,000, right? But he's there's nobody that does what he does. There's nobody that does what Benjamin Cohen does online. He's very, very good at what he does, and he has his whole system and ecosystem there to help him out. So I'll get it figured out eventually. But it's definitely gonna take some time. Do I use volume at all in my charts? No, it's never really helped me with anything. I mean, I could add volume on here right now. The data vendor doesn't give volume. There you go. You can see volume building, but the momentum was good enough for me right here. Maybe if you're looking for an igniter candle, you can do that. But then of course it went down. This waited a little bit longer. Let the confirmation kind of slide in for that good move. Not really too much volume announcement for that sell signal right here. 630, that's 630. That's market open, so it's a little more difficult. But again, no sell signal there, but you can try to trade it if you want to. Just the volume doesn't really help me out too much, to be honest. We just don't see the same type of volume as we saw back in the day where everything was a lot easier to kind of gauge, if you will. There you go. Because right now it's more of just waiting and waiting and waiting. And hey, Lisa, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, for now, like, I literally called this the emergency grind. There you go. 3 long form videos a day, 3 direct camera shorts, trending news and crypto topics, 3-hour live stream, 2 community posts, and then that's basically it. It'll take about 6 hours out of my day, and I can do that kind of on the side of trading. I think that'll work out. And then yeah, that should work out pretty well. It's gonna take me a minute to get that vibe down, but I think I'll be able to do it. And then I'll also be trading and doing that stuff as well here to kind of give you guys some ideas. And then I think I'll be fine after that. But I need to like blitz a lot more stuff. I haven't been making as much content, and I think I just need to get down into it and just start getting gritty again. My channel, well, how do I showed you how Crypto Rush channel is going down quite fast. My channel is going down faster too. Boom. Subscribers for the last 30 days. I think I've only made a few hundred. I got rid of a few videos last few days. I just hid them. I'm gonna do some other stuff with them later on. But yeah, so mine's been kind of flat. Oh no, in April I did 10 million views went. I think I got rid of some old live streams that had millions of views. I think that's probably what it was. Because if I go over here to my content lives, yeah, my largest one doesn't even say the views anymore, but see, it has like hours. You can't watch this stuff anymore, so I think I got rid of it. Yeah, yeah. Long time ago. But I mean, how are the other channels out there? Crypto, Banter. They haven't had new subscribers at all either. They're still getting views every day, but they're flat too. What is it? BitBoy X is his new channel? BitBoy? Oh, there was a space, I guess. He hasn't had any new subscribers. I'm getting more views than him. Wow. Yeah, he just stopped all growth. No, but he's going through some stuff, I believe. I haven't seen bloodiest crypto crash in history. So 4 months ago is the last time he posted a video. Man, I gotta start wearing my sunglasses. That's what I got. I gotta start wearing my sunglasses. I know I got my Versace somewhere. I think they're upstairs with my Ray-Bans and other stuff. I'll do that. What about the channel that stole everything from him? Called Invest Crypto? Is that what it's called? No. The type of content I want to make is like this guy, Craig Perocco. A little flashy, shows off my charts, but I don't have the editing skills for that, and I never will. So I've just given up on that completely. BitBoy Crypto. What's that channel called? There's my video. Let's see. Discover Crypto. Yeah, I appreciate it, Lisa. What do you call it? Yeah, I'll be fine. What I need to do is just keep on pushing stuff out. That's the thing that I got to worry about. Do I ever go live on YouTube and take that same time to help? No, my internet doesn't like that for some reason, or my computer doesn't like that. What I may end up doing is I think YouTube has this thing where I can go in here and I can do the dual stream settings. So it'll give me a crop version for the shorts feed. So I might do that and just see how that works out. But I think that'll be fine. But this channel, this is BitBoy's old channel. Remember, they have the big lives here, latest and most popular, right? They used to have some big stuff, but all the BitBoy stuff is out of there. They deleted it all. And now I think these guys may be able to have something going on. Because these guys post a lot. They all have the multiple channels, so it can feed into each other, right? Yeah, they got 10,000 subscribers last few days. Their views though, just down 259. Yeah, they got rid of everything BitBoy in August. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're still making money though. They're still doing just fine in this one. But yeah, wow. Talk about just blowing up all the BitBoy content. They are trying to make that their channel, which is good. You know, I mean, it is what it is. All right. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I don't think there's any trades happening anytime soon. If they are, they're going to be happening a little bit later on. So I'll let you guys know if I do have that. And then, of course, I'll see if I can make a short and stuff like that to see if it helps out or something like that. But the streams will not be at set times. It'll basically be a few hours throughout the day whenever I have time, and basically whenever I'm getting the signal. And then from then on out, we should have a good time watching the profits roll in. And of course, I'll do copy trading so you guys can keep track of whatever the money I'm making, the money I'm losing, the fees I'm paying, and all that type of good stuff, right? So see you guys a little bit later, and thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys.